So I find it interesting with the fact that when it comes to this series, they already had an overarching plot in the first season. Yet everyone was going nuts over the fact that there was a season-long arc in season 4 with the box.
Well, you see, and I'm going to make this my running gag as we go through the season. Friendship is Magic is so good that it experimented with overarching plots in this, even though it really wasn't an overarching plot. It's this episode, the last episode, then they reference it a few times. But this show's so good. Season 1 is the only one where they needed an overarching arc, and then they came back to it in season 4 because they're like, you know what? We proved how good we are. Let's just focus on standalone goodness. And yeah, this is the first episode in what I like to call the it's kind of like WrestleMania for Equestria. So let's tentatively call this the road to the what was the name of that festival again?
The road to the Grand Galloping Gala.
Yeah, the road to the Grand Galloping Gala. The debut, the longest night. The Summer Sun celebration was the Royal Rumble, and Twilight won to become the #1 contender for the title, which she'll get at the Grand Galloping Gala.
By the way, you're already cutting out again.
I hate technology.
I know.
I hate technology so much.
At least you found a way to fix it.
Yeah, I don't know how it works though, but it does. But yeah, so yeah, Twilight's challenging for the title, but it's going to be a schmoz match that she'll have to wait another few years before she gets crowned, Alicorn champion of Equestria.
Well, it's like that one thing where John Cena is just standing there, and it's like, you're not going to get into the heavyweight championship. You got to earn a title shot, and he's just like, but I'm John Cena.
Yeah. When you made as much money and done as many nice things as John Cena, honestly, kayfabe or not, I would expect a title shot too.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the episode starts out. It was a blustery summer's day where the apple family's bucking apples, and Spike and Twilight are there for reasons. But for me, it was a Tuesday.
Well, what's funny is,
well, actually, it would have been a Saturday.
There was a video, like in I don't know why I said video. In the episode, Applejack literally said,
it is a video.
Yeah, but she was basically saying, I made a bet with Big Mac that I can get all these golden delicious into the barn by lunchtime, and if I win, he gets to walk down Stern Street in one of Grandy's girls. And considering that his side is injured in the very next episode, she won that bet. Just saying.
You see, Friendship is Magic so good is that they foreshadowed Big Mac cross-dressing like 5 seasons before it happened.
Yeah,
just
because they
throwing that out there.
No, they totally went back in time.
It was all planned out. It was all planned out. Everything in Metal Gear's Nanomachines. Kingdom Hearts was time travel all along, and Final Fantasy is one giant interconnected universe, just like Pixar movies.
Boom. Boom, mic drop.
So Twilight, dude, I haven't seen this episode in forever. I was supposed to rewatch it when we do it, but I was like, the last time I'd seen it was like a few years ago. I probably remember it, right?
Not really.
I honestly normally
only I have that sort of power.
Yeah, for some fucking reason. But to be honest with you, this and I don't want to like undersell. I don't want to like oversell my memory or how good the show is. But like most of these episodes, I've only seen once, and while I forget the names, I could pretty much, for the most part, like tell you what happens in in any episode and remember most of them because. Good or bad, the show does leave quite an impression on you.
Absolutely. They do a very good job with that.
I don't remember why they're there. All I know is that at some point Spike spits up two tickets to Grand Galloping Mania.
Well, here's the thing. If this point you have Spike grabbing apples not finding a good one and just tossing them. And I'm just like, Spike, I get that you're a child, but chillax, dude.
You know what? Is he?
In this part of the show, yes.
Because you know what? I'm just saying that dude's gotten laid. I mean, it's. I'm sorry. I as far as I'm concerned, him and Moondancer being exes is canon.
I was gonna say he had a one-night stand with Rarity.
Yeah, that's that. Him and Rarity are best friends with benefits, but his one true love is going to be the Dragon Princess. Or a long, long time ago, I used to really ship the crap out of Apple Spike, so I'm holding out for that still. 2013, I miss you. So, so after that, those shenanigans happen, Spike spits up the tickets. And at this point, the conflict of the episode comes forth, where it's like, hey, and I always hate it when like radio competitions and stuff do this too, because they're always like, take yourself and one of your friends. Yeah. I'm like, I feel insulted, radio station. You're implying that I have friends. So, Twilight,
you're implying that I have at least one friend.
So Twilight is like, well, crap, I just so happen to have 5 new friends.
Well, it's funny. Shout out from the other side. You do have one.
Hello from the other side. Oh, dude, that I just got how funny my own joke is. So yeah, so that happens. Then the title sequence, my little, and then from there.
You're getting very much like Josh Scorcher with skipping the intro.
Shout out to Josh Scorcher. He's probably the only Brony reviewer, critic, anything that I actually still like.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Most of his collaborators make me want to choke him, but he's cool.
Yeah.
So so I can't remember. I think the next pony that did you watch this recently?
No, but I again have that photographic memory. So
like a steel trap. I think she runs into Pinkie Pie next.
No.
Or Rarity.
They keep having like flashbacks of what they're gonna do. Applejack just wants to get money so that selling apples so she can fix everything.
Cream, get the money, dollar bill. Wait, hold on. So when Applejack does it, it's a noble cause for her family. But when Flim and Flam do it, you're being a greedy capitalist. Is that what you're telling me, Show?
Well, damn it, Emily Larson, you bested us.
I had to watch Donald Trump stroke the ever-growing shaft of nationalism yesterday. I don't need you to try and tell me I should support farmers' rights when I have farmer background from my history show. Flim and Flam are, well, they don't show up for a whole nother season, so I don't even know why I'm bringing that up.
No, it's just like, no, it's just topical.
Stroke the shaft of nationalism. I gotta remember that for like a lyric or like for a spoken word. I think Lou Reed would have liked that line.
Yep. But anyway,
so yeah. And really quick, I need to bring this up before I forget. I love this whole episode. All Twilight wants to do is eat. Okay.
I know.
All she wants is a Daisy Daffodil sandwich. It's like how in Metal Gear 4, that 40 hour game, all Snake wants to do is smoke a cigarette, but no one lets him smoke a cigarette. All Twilight wants is a goddamn sandwich, but no one wants to. Did Rainbow Dash ever pay her back for that sandwich? Because that's wasted money.
I don't know. Oh my God.
That's like
continuity error, the first one of the show.
Oh my! You see, Friendship is Magic is so good. They start having continuity errors before the fandom starts noticing the continuity errors.
Oh my gosh! But anyway,
I got 4 hours of sleep last night. Don't frickin' judge me.
Yeah. So then you have Rainbow Dash come in. She's wanting to impress the Wonderbolts.
Jeez, I wonder if that's gonna become a reoccurring theme for the next 7 goddamn years.
Well, I'm going to say this right now. I do not like Dash in season 1. I really don't.
I will admit,
She has some good moments, like when she's pranking with Pinkie Pie and Griffin the Brush Off, but not a lot, really.
yeah, honestly, I mean, which is weird because season 1 Rainbow Dash seems to be the definitive, the definitive Rainbow Dash for a lot of Rainbow Dash marks, which I get. I can see why, especially and even for Pinkie Pie too. But as honestly, I feel like characters like Fluttershy and Rarity won a lot of people over with Dog and Pony Show. I feel like Fluttershy, Rarity. I feel like people started really coming around to them. Most of them anyway, like around season 2. Because yeah, here they have their base personalities, but there's that little bit where they branch off and develop it. But season 2 is when they start depthening it.
Yeah.
And season 1 Rainbow Dash. Honestly, yeah, she was a little more hit and miss to me than other seasons. Season 2 Rainbow Dash is probably the best one, but season 1
Even
Rainbow Dash.
Ne'er-do-well? Really?
Which episode?
Even Ne'er-do-well?
I never saw that episode.
It didn't exist.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you, okay? Everyone in Meredith, and we'll rip into that when we get to that episode. But everyone in that episode was an asshole, okay?
Pretty much.
Boy. So after Rainbow Dash, she's like impressed the Wonderbolts.
And what's funny, not even before Pinkie Pie, Applejack and Rainbow Dash try to do an arm wrestle on a tree stump.
Dude, you know what? Arm wrestling on a tree stump, that wouldn't be good. You could get like splinters in your femur.
I know, right? How do they even have an elbow? It's a leg. What in the heck?
Well, John, why do you have an elbow?
Because that's how our bodies are designed, you idiot.
Exactly. So, and again, I don't want it to sound like we're overly critical on the season 1 personalities, because it is kind of hard to look back on these without hindsight. But everyone's got their general thing they want to do that's become synonymous with them. Pinkie Pie just straight up wants to open up the pits all night, right?
Yeah, she basically just is like, it's the most amazing party, and she has a little ditty. The gang galloping gala is the best place in it.
Oh yeah. She's like, man.
Although like, the whole thing, the second line of that, it's like she does a bunch of words. She's just like, in the whole galaxy of just like, stop playing Super Mario Galaxy.
Dude, I'm telling you what, the Nintendo Switch looks amazing, but if they announce Mario Galaxy 3, I will buy one tomorrow.
Well, did you see Mario Odyssey? That looks like
Mario Odyssey. Dude, that's GTA where Mario's missing Auto 5, dude.
Well, here's what's
Galaxy.
Funny.
No,
what's funny?
Mario Grand Theft Mario Galaxy 5. That's what that is.
Well, when before Mario popped through that hole in the street, I'm just like, are they doing an HD remake of Sonic Adventure?
Oh my god, I would be so down, because if they did Sonic Adventure, they'd have to do Sonic Adventure 2, and then that would remind everyone how cool Shadow the Hedgehog was. Then they'll remake Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, but don't remake Sonic 06, just don't.
Now, you know what? Have you ever look up the history for that game? There's a lot of cool stuff they wanted to do, but it was rushed. I actually want them to remake that game, but like take the time they wanted to, because there was going to be some cool stuff in that game, but they had to cock it up.
Well, it's because they wanted it for the 15th anniversary, not the 16th.
Yeah. So Pinkie Pie wants.
So back to the episode.
Yeah, Pinkie Pie wants to open up the mosh pits because she's like, I miss Megadeth as a kid, and they're on their 16th album tour. I'm not gonna miss this poser. Rarity's like, well, I want to design my custom jean leather jackets for the show. And she's gonna make her jackets, and she's gonna sell Mega Cult patches.
And she's gonna go off with a Prince Charming, have a one-night stand with him, and say, "See you later, sucker."
Oh yeah. I don't know if this was Lauren Faust's intention, but what was Rarity drum up with the idea to, because they've kind of dropped this in some later seasons. Like, yeah, she's flirty now, but like, was Lauren Foss' idea for Rarity to make her kind of like, like low key, she really gets around type of person?
Well, if you look at if you look at Rarity Investigates, when she turns on her charm to get that frickin' like expedited shipping.
Dude, as far as I'm concerned, that's not even Rarity in the episode. That is a glorified continuation of the legacy of Carmen Sandiego.
Yep, pretty much.
So yeah, she wants to have a one night stand with a prince.
Why did they hire that one black lady who did the show and some of the games? Why didn't they bring her back as like the commander or whatever?
I feel like that's one of those things that someone probably brought up to them later, and they were just like, "Damn, we should have done that."
Yeah.
So everyone's got their base thing they want to do, and all Twilight wants to do, and this is what helped birth that Twilestia ship. All Twilight wants to do is stand next to Princess Celestia
and talk.
I mean, it's not like you could just write letters to her. Probably she knows teleportation this early, right? So she could just go there.
This is actually the first episode where she tries it.
Oh yeah, that's right. See, Friendship is Magic is so good. It's like when Goku learned instant transmission. It's like you always think of him having it, but it took him like years for him to even start learning it.
Yeah. So there's actually a shirt I've seen that it's a guy like lifting weights, and it's like I'm training to beat Goku or at least Vegeta.
That's messed up, man. He's the Prince of all Saiyans.
Or what was it? No, I think it was or at least Gohan or something like that.
Hey man, Gohan was gonna be something cool till they messed up his character. Like the high school stuff was funny, but they wimped him out. Anyway, so and this is
so the whole thing.
I feel like every show with Lauren Faust has had an episode like this, where one person has to choose between like multiple of her partners or friends or whatever for this one thing. Because I feel like there was a similar thing in Powerpuff Girls. I'm pretty sure there was a similar thing in Foster's.
Did they do an episode in Powerpuff Girls where it's like, wouldn't they have an episode of Bojo Jojo having to try and choose a couple different villains to go and take over Townsville or something?
Oh, I think that's right. I mean, my mind may be lying to me, but I think you're right. I think the idea was like, I'm going to take over the entire town, but I need to choose my allies wisely. It was something like that.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing, and the plot isn't bad. It's a little on the generic side, but it's Friendship is Magic. The show is able to take generic stuff and churn out something unique in its stead.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm having trouble thinking what it is that's unique about this episode, but it's Friendship is Magic. So I have to assume that it was unique.
Well, the whole thing with this is Twilight wants to talk with the princess. Rarity wants to have a Prince Charming. Pinkie Pie wants to just enjoy the dance floor. Rainbow Dash wants to impress the Wonderballs. Applejack wants to sell apples because of freaking course. And Fluttershy wants to be in the gardens enjoying all the animals over there. I'm just like,
Disney princess.
Disney princess. Oh my gosh. She is a total Disney princess, though.
I mean, they've toned that down a little bit, but yeah, this was Disney princess in full effect.
Mm-hmm. So then, because Twilight can't decide, they start doing these favors for her. It's like, are you going to eat your food in the rain? It's not raining, and they have one little circle of sun, where the rest of it instantly goes down in water. And, Rainbow Dash is trying to keep sunlight in. And it's like, I don't like accepting these favors. And it's just like, Twilight, you do realize that this is just a favor. And you're going to get a soggy mane and a soggy sandwich. And I'm sorry, you are not like that one show of the carnival animals where that tiger liked his cereal extra soggy. I'm sorry.
God, people that like their cereal soggy disgust me.
Do you know what show I'm talking about?
I do. I can't remember the name, but I do know that show.
Yeah.
So like, and this is, and they rarely do this in these type of episodes. And when they always do, they always make the protagonist out to be like evil, and that they were the wrong ones when their friends were the ones pestering them. But I'm sorry, I don't understand why more characters in these scenarios don't just run with this. Can you imagine that? The 12 labors of Twilight Sparkle's Grand Galloping Gala tickets. I mean, think about it. She had that tear-jerky little speech about how she's connected with them on the way to fight Nightmare Moon, but she just met these mares like a day ago. I mean, realistically, she should have been like, okay, let's see if this friendship thing has its advantages.
That is a Twilight that is badass, and you know that doesn't happen until what, season 5?
No. It's like, okay, let's develop Twilight Sparkle like a nerdy Shinji Ikari. Instead of making her wimpy and emotionally complex, let's make
her Maka from Soul Eater.
Yeah, let's make her Maka from Soul Eater. Which I know I know people thinking, isn't that just Maka from Soul Eater? No, it's not just Maka, because like Twilight Sparkle, Shinji develops slowly if you pay attention to it. But unlike Twilight Sparkle, Shinji's consistent, mostly. Twilight Sparkle is sometimes consistent every once in a while.
Pretty much. So everyone's giving her favors. Applejack's baking baked goods, and I love that portion where Applejack's listing everything off, and you see Twilight, and her eyes just get like really huge, like, oh, I want that so much.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, a favor's a favor, but I mean, I feel like Applejack, if she knew one of her friends was hungry, she would have made her lunch anyway. So realistically, that's not even Applejack doing you a favor. That's just Applejack being Applejack. And considering she's been denied food all day, I mean, well, she's not exactly in the street corner begging odd jobs for bits.
Yeah. Then you have Fluttershy cleaning the cottage, and Angel, for some reason, making salad, tossing salad. And it's like, get out of here. Get out of here. You are not Snow White. Get out of here. And then,
she might be.
Then you also have Rarity, who's just like, I want you to look at the nice Grand Gala. How good you'll look at the Grand Galloping Gala. And oh, what a coincidence. I have one just here. I'm so subtle.
I don't know what it is. There is some Leslier subtext between Rarity and Twilight in most of these season 1 episodes.
Then you finally have Pinkie Pie, who just wants to sing her a song.
Pinkie Pie. Can you imagine a Pinkie Pie punk song? Like 20. It's like 20 songs in like 10 minutes.
It's like that one guy you like, where he does like Dark Horse in 20 musical genres.
Oh my! Oh yeah. The 10-second songs guy.
Yep.
Dude, that guy needs to voice Pinkie Pie, or he needs to get put in Smash Brothers. I don't care.
That's gonna be your generic answer. Just put him in Ponies or put him in Smash. I don't care.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of things that should be in Ponies, but there's even more things that should be in Smash, except Shrek.
Goku and Shrek.
Like, I know you watched that video too, but that was a serious suggestion. I used the Wayback Machine because I was curious, and they were serious about it.
Yep. So,
only 2 of those movies are good. Well, 2.5. 2.5.
Yep. And you're cutting out again. What the heck?
Oh my god.
The internet hates you. It really does.
I've been good to the internet. I use it for Valve games.
I still love you, Gabe Newell.
Well, I did until I saw his Reddit Q&A.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so then you have, well, at least he's a brony, so that helps.
Yeah, that makes it a little easier.
Yep.
A little easier.
So then you have they're running it because now Pinky alerted everyone else that she has tickets to the Grand Galloping Gala. That's not good. Not at all. Just saying.
Love that. That's not good. What are you doing?
Yeah, right. So you keep going along, and then you they start running because everyone's trying to do favors now, and for some reason on the screen here it's showing that everything's frozen. I don't know why, but anyway.
Oh,
So
great.
yeah, then they do a Benny Hill song. The they do it twice this season, and I don't know why they didn't keep doing it because it's freaking awesome. But the second time, this first time they do it, they're running around, they're doing funny gags. There's one point where Spike is a baby and Twilight's like pushing a little baby carriage and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it's just funny. And then they get cornered. Then they get cornered. You're gonna miss those in April, aren't you?
I'm gonna track down the dude that okayed that, and I'm gonna punch him in his dick.
I'm gonna punch him in the face. But then you have Twilight Sparkle do it for the first time. I hope this works for me. And then you see Spike, as soon as they get to the library, he's all burnt to a crisp. But it's like, warn me the next time you're going to do that. Like, yeah, because I'm surprised he didn't puke up his lunch. Because from what I've heard, if you open your eyes mid-transport, you looks like you're on a total LSD trip. Just saying.
That sounds about right.
So, yeah, they get to the library, and the main six are up on the balcony. She screams, and
because
it's
cartoon characters can never take a hint.
Exactly, and it almost just like reminds me of those what is it, the two girls from The Shining. It's like, come play with us forever.
Come gallop with us, Twilight.
Yeah. Come on, Charlie, gallop with us. Oh my gosh. So then you have she's trying to explain, you're all my friends and I don't want any of you not being able to do anything. And so they're like, all right, I get you. If it helps, we're gonna let you be able to choose who you want. We're just gonna do that. And so the episode ends with Celestia trolling everyone.
Trollestia, lol.
Uh-huh. So it's just like, okay, why didn't you just say so in the first place? 6 tickets to the Grand Galloping Gala. And then and this whole episode, Spike's just like, I don't want any of that gallop frou gunk or whatever. I don't want anything to do with that girly crap. And then it's just like, oh, come on, I don't get a ticket. And then all of a sudden, and one for you, Spike, she's a total troll. Just saying. And do you notice?
It's really apparent to me why I used to dislike Celestia. All I have to do, because sometimes I wonder, I'm like, man, why did I used to dislike her so much? I mean, yeah, Luna Empire Republic for the win, but Luna Republic for the win, but like, I used to like really dislike her, and then talking about this episode and some of the season 1 crap, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Here, hold on a second. I'm noticing the stream on the viewer's end is freezing up. So I'm going to hop off of the stream real quick and try and reconnect with the stream. So take it away. I will be right back, all right?
Okay.
See you in a minute, guys.
So I mean, overall, it is an okay episode. You know, I mean, it's you know, when I first watched the show, like I said, I saw the season one premiere by accident, then went back to watch it in order and all that. You know, funnily enough, when I first watched Ticketmaster, I can remember that was one of my favorites at the time. You know, because it is, you know, it's what I was gonna say is it's solid. You know, it's a solid episode. The writing's good. The characters are in character for who they were at the time, and you know, good gags, consistent humor. Yeah, I mean, I always thought that the conclusion was just a little too. I don't want to say ham-fisted or even forced. It was more just like it's obvious, but at the same time, I looking back, I can't really blame Celestia because she didn't even let Twilight know that that was an option. You know, although speaking in real life, you know, when you have those VIP hookups like that, I mean, you don't usually, you know, what's that saying? You don't look a horse in the mouth or something, because like normally that's all they can get you, or you should just be lucky you got that. So, you know, I would, and this is how I felt about it back then. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10, just because, you know, it's solid. It's solid, but it's better than a C, you know, 7. So, yeah. You know, it's funny. Before the show, I used to, but before the show, I used to like be all weirded out at the idea of like watching something like this. So like when, you know, I would always hear about these like magical girl animes and stuff, and like always hear about the influence on all this and that. I mean, yeah, I checked out the Winx Club a few times, but Friendship is Magic. Around the time I told myself I was a brony, which was around the time I was halfway through season 2, well, probably earlier. I was actually way earlier than that. I remember thinking, like, you know, at this point, I don't care if it's written cool. I don't give a crap who its target audience is for, and that actually helped. Oh, hi.
I've just been sitting here for the past minute just listening to you talk. So
Well, yeah,
you
okay.
like the Winx Club?
Shut up, man. I never found out the history of Bloom's backstory because they stopped dubbing it after season 4, and season 7 hasn't even been subtitled into the States.
So yeah,
bastards.
So
next time John leaves, I'll tell you guys about my crippling depression. So I gave this an 8. I gave this an 8 out of 10 because you know when I was telling him when I first started watching the show, it was one of my favorites because you know it's solid. The writing's solid. There's good gags, good humor. It's pretty consistent, and the characters were in character for you know who they were at the time, and it still holds up. You know, still holds up pretty okay.
Well,
and you?
I give this a 7, mainly because, you know, it did a lot of things right. I'm going to say that right here. But at the same time, it does feel very standard for an episode of a very early on in one of these shows. So, and I've seen a lot stronger episodes from other shows. Like, I mean, heck, look at freaking Rick and Morty. Like, oh my gosh. So you know, it's a good episode, but it definitely feels standard when you compare it to how other shows have handled their first season. You see what I mean? Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. It makes sense. I just you know, I remember going in like because I like the 2 premiere episodes, but the expectations weren't like you know super holy crap high like they became after I finished season 2. So I was just going in this being like, okay, let's power through this.
Yeah.
And then yeah. So next episode's the one where Applejack loses a crap ton of sleep, right?
Uh-huh. Sleep deprivation for the win.
I almost thought that was the name of the episode.
Well, there is a song called "For the Win" that it has that audio clip. Who is the wrestler that's just like, I gotta know one thing. Are you ready?
Oh yeah. Oh, Triple H does that for his DX thing. Are you ready?
Yeah, yeah.
I said, "Are you ready?"
Yeah, and it's literally that scene from Triple H at the beginning of the song. So it works.
Yep.
So yeah, next week, or actually, yeah, for
It's next
for
week.
Wednesday, for Wednesday, we're gonna be going through Applebuck season. Should be a
That's
lot of fun.
if I'm not too busy playing Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
Uh-huh. Well, we'll have to see. Maybe I'll have to drag him from his eternal slumber, thinking that he's playing the game when really he's just standing at work, bored out of his mind.
It's funny you mentioned slumber because one of the games is called Dream Drop Distance, and it's all about being in the realm of sleep. It's a long story.
Not as good as Mario Luigi Dream Team.
Oh my God, John! We didn't all own a DS from 2007 to 2012.
Oh man! So yeah, that's it from me.
I'm very aware that Mario Kart 7 was good.
Yeah, so
and that's it
from
and the Snake Skin.
Yep, and we will talk to you guys later. Peace out, Dragon.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Subscribe, please.